afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and everything amazing Propagandacast from your host and Pearl Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda. We're off here to a 1 vs 1 on Crossroads. Regular version, not winter. In the north is IncaUna, fighting for king and country, the Commonwealth, the British Army. Taking on the role here of the 11th Armored Vessel in the south, it is Star. One of their many names, so I've went with that one. Fighting here for the German Army, Deutschland. Taking on the role here of the... let's just go with 107th Panzer Brigade. We got their Grand Defense with Triple Infantry versus with Panzer Fusiliers, smoke bombs, assault rifles, Panzer Command, not passive commander, and Command Tigers versus Mobile Assault, Vanguard, and tactical support. Heavy emphasis on commandos to a degree there, though there's also an emphasis somewhat on crocodiles. Also moving eastwards here, we got the British infantry moving west and east here for king and country, moving up there. Third section almost down there for IncaUna. Moving westwards there as well, very good, grabbing the point here. Also moving up there westwards. So we're going to have both sides here aggressively spreading out for their respective factions. Also big thanks to Simon for donating and supporting the Propagandacast with his hard-earned money. Big thanks to you, Simon. And of course, remember you can always donate yourself or pitch and Patreon, and of course join the ranks of many handsome, smart and intelligent patron supporters that are of course supporting me on a monthly basis. And of course, otherwise you can always just like, subscribe and share and press that bell button. That also me out a bunch. And to go up eastward with the sections, triple sections versus double Volkskandidates. No cool wagons here for Stad. There's been an increase in of course players going for cool wagons. Star's clearly not one of those. And we got Panzerfleets following up here to sort of back up the regular troops. May of course be part of a longer term plan to go for G for the phase. Plus of course the anti-tank rifle grenades never hurt. Take there for IncaUna after the triple section build. We'll have to see what it ends up with. Section moving westwards here. Far west. Victory points secured. Their ground points up here. Eastern points being secured here by the German army. We had 2 minutes in the game and there's been not a single shot fired except for Ludwig off Matt there, who got drunk and shot it at a bird. I'm telling you, it was a British commando. It was a pigeon, Fritz. Ludwig. Shut up. Anyway, staying back with the Volkskandidates. Bit of skirmishing there, moving out westwards there, so roughly around the 2 minute 30 seconds point there. Heavy engagement erupting around the centre, section taking casualty there. Pulse behind the building suffering negligible damage. Sturmholz moving in here, that's going to rip onto the section. With Panzers moving up as well here. Kar-90, Kaiserly Enfields and Sturmgewehrs all singing out in the centre. And we got IncaUna here with a 2-minute sniper. That's definitely an unusual British strategy. They're not when you see typically from the British at all, but IncaUna clearly has shown himself by now to not be an average British player. So a sniper build here, triple section to the sniper. We'll have to see how that works out for them. Barbed wire out in the centre, truck out there. Will be mechanized, will be out group headquarters versus a sniper. He probably wants mechanized, can actually pull in the looks to deal with that. Of course, could try with Kubelwagens, though wouldn't call that a super reliable counter, so I know we'll have to see what it goes for, but mechanized Reagan from our perspective, of course, would make a ton of sense. The question, of course, if that is what he's planning, or if he actually gets to see the sniper up as meant in time, in which case he can react in time he's planning the battle group headquarters. It's going to be an interesting one here. And there we go, setting for the battle group headquarters. Sniper opens up, does this cause him to change command? Can he change in time? Looks like the answer to that is he still sticks to it. Again, looks would have been a decent counter here. However, needs to retreat here in the face of a section blow up there from IncaUna. Backed up with the sniper. He's going to need machine gun to deal with that. And of course, at the time with the sniper, it's going to be harder for him to use the machine gun to sort of hold down the British blow up. Need to retreat the Volks there. Has Star realised there's a sniper all that going on there? There's just too much going on here. Need to retreat the Volks now. Moving the Sturm Pioneers down to just one man. Really need to retreat that. Might actually be too late now. Sturmholz moving up, taking advantage of the focus on these retreating troops, I guess, to try and land some heavy damage in. There we go. Does manage to save the Volksgun squad really close there for Star here versus IncaUna, falling back there from the outhouse as well. Sniper so far with 5 kills. We've got the AC Mark III following up just in case the Germans do push for looks. Obviously, having an AC out there to stop it is going to be pretty good. Troops there reinforcing. Sniper setting out there with 5 kills. Back here, troops reinforcing. Medics on the way there. We'll have to see how Star decides to counter the sniper. Branham can off gun section there. Need to retreat the Volksgun soon as well. Plus, the AC also locks down the other potential option for dealing with the infantry from IncaUna, which of course will be the flak half track. So, right now here with this sort of opening there, IncaUna has rather put himself in a leading position versus Star. And well, of course, it's going to be interesting to see how Star decides to react to this. It's not impossible, obviously, but it's going to be a bit tricky. Got G for the freeze here on the way. Obviously, useless as the infantry could also theoretically catch the sniper with and murder it. Of course, there's the AC Mark III. It's going to fall a bit short. Stumpini moving ahead. The 3 kills coming up each side here. Around the point there as well. We got 481 versus 480. Very, very close so far between the two. Sniper moving westwards. AC Mark III moving out there for IncaUna in the British Army. Heading up on the eastern victory point of the section, digging in already. Panzers moving up towards the western fuel point. Sappers on the way there for IncaUna, probably in preparation for this need to fix up the AC. Or of course, in case the Germans do manage to lay down some mines, and so far, Star has not laid down any there. Steel Pants flanking up behind here, IncaUna's eastern position. Thumbs up, that's a good play. Panzers on the west here holding up. They need to retreat soon, that's the snow not going to last long. And there you go, catching the British here. Moving up, there we go. Got a retreat going on there. Nice work there by Star, moving up the centre here. Second Panzer squad could possibly penetrate up deal with AC, or may just be another set of G33s to put more pressure on IncaUna's infantry. Mines down here, not a bad spot. Almost got decent victory point again. Second Panzer squad out there for Star, and there guys, opening up their sniper following up here as well for IncaUna with 9 kills. Try on the way, that's going to be a fast grab, 100 quarters. Basic's going to try and rush out fast ram, I think, here versus IncaUna, not a bad idea. We're falling back here in the centre. Got the eastern road point. Sappers with sniper support moving up through the centre. Back here troops reinforcing. Schwerer Wehrmachtschlepper out. There we go. Using the demolition charge to clear out the barbed wire. The destroy car and then wiring off here instead. Sniper hanging back. Note that it was not typical for snipers, in fact, to use anti-tank rifles. In fact, the only ones I know used it were the Soviet ones, and I believe they used them to clear out German bunkers by firing a high explosive round through the slits of the bunker, and that way, you know, setting things off inside. But beyond that, sniper anti-tank rounds were not really sniper material for the most part in World War II. Bunhunt gone in against a section, mining up here in the centre, but prevented any immediate German breakthroughs there. Very good. Panzer going up the west side. Schwerer Panzer quarters going up there in a slightly interesting position. It doesn't really cover a lot, so it's a bit of a weird one, to be honest. Mines up there. More continuing mining there from IncaUna. Again, probably trying to cut off any direct rushes for the snipers to, like, you know, prevent a dive that way. You see, of course, won't be a problem there. Puzzling up through the centre here. Still assembling an upgrade for those. Back here, reinforcing. Snow with 9 kills, figures falling up there for IncaUna. So far, though, I mean, otherwise, Star's just doing his best to sort of try and avoid the main pressure there from IncaUna. Just play around, hitting flanks, harassing, and trying to make use of the fact that Sniper requires him to be less mobile to properly protect the sniper. And of course, he makes a mistake, so then he can try and rush in. In fact, he's had an opportunity to do it, but actually failed to do so. Going set for the chunk of infantry, which I feel like is a bit reckless. Again, should try and aiming for the sniper there, but that's just me. Either way, though, just being pushed back here. So far, good moving there from start. They're getting enough on the way there to help deal with the AC and any potential other armor. IncaUna might haul out. Troops in the cemetery, though, are down to just 3 men. Need to be careful about the sniper. It's just feeding the sniper 3 kills, which is not something you generally want to be doing just to get fuel there. That is something that can potentially, in the longer run, backfire on you quite spectacularly. There you go. Need to retreat now. Down to just 1 man. McKenna out there. Schwab punted quarters can be authorised. Should be a good idea there. You got 443 with 480. Troops back here healing and forcing for IncaUna. Still on doctor. Timing in to grab the western fuel point. Again, quite exposed. And I feel like that was a missed opportunity from the Panzer to just try and take that sniper out. Possibly could have done with the G43s, but didn't do so. Vickers up now, come the centre. Authorization done. Still giving some time before Star can begin hauling up Panzers, but not too far off either. Meanwhile, IncaUna's going to be some time before any tanks can actually arrive on the battlefield. Panzers have been pushed up. We got Steel not trying to flank up and get caught here by the Vickers section and the armoured car. Panzer moving up here. Could try and take out the sniper here. Sniper holding off the point, of course, should indicate what direction he's hunting to. He's still not seeing him, which of course means around the wall there. IncaUna sniper just keeps running. Does Star pursue here? Yes, indeed, at least tries to pursue. Interesting enough, IncaUna is not pulling the rest of the forces here to try and cover the sniper, basically hoping that Star just breaks off, which in fact is what Star does. Moving up the side, hold here by mines. Thumbs up there to Star for mining with smoke bombs off. No, there clearly no engagement is used. Oh, sneaky. Of course, just basically prevents the sniper from doing anything there for a brief while. I'm to grab the point in safety. 2 thumbs up there to Star. That is nice thinking. Eastern fuel with being seized. Need to counter-attack towards that direction. And IncaUna is going for double snipers. Ew. I mean, that's just disgusting, but it's a valid tactic or strategy. It's just one you don't see a lot of, to be honest, but nonetheless, disgusting. Anyway, double sniper there for IncaUna. Double sniper. Full swimming about here. Second sniper almost done. That's going to be definitely a problem there for Star to deal with. It's going to require some good flanking to catch the snipers and murder them, because otherwise Star does risk severe manpower attrition with the double snipers. Van Hunt going to open the Vickers, need to retreat here. AC Smoke actually end up eating the Volksgrenadiers. Panzer Squad then needs to retreat by down to just one man. One man, get them out of there, Star. Schnell. Panzer Squad also need to fall back here. Eastern Fuelpon reclaimed. Still some time to go for any Panther Forcemen called in. Could consider Orbital Slot and upgrading within for assault. Could leave a stronger assault element there. IncaUna following and then to tank, and obviously starting to expect armor. Obviously knowing where the fight and the fuel is going, so going for an anti-tank and here possibly two is not a bad idea at all. They're sniping forwards here for IncaUna with a boys anti-tank rifle. Not really a great anti-tank rifle. Admittedly, most anti-tank rifles were not that amazing at the start of the war even. And certainly by 1944-45, most of them would have been pretty rubbish. Because Sabas Mangis was there. MG34 there on the way for Star to help deal with IncaUna's infantry. Of course, with double snipers, it's going to be much harder to sort of get the machine gun to do much there, since the snipers can just clear it out in 2 shots together. So that's going to be a bit of a problem there. 6-pounder going out. It's going to come down, I think, to some proper handling of panzers there for Star, setting up some good flanks, catching IncaUna off guard. One possibly pushing up through here, going for deep flank, and then swinging up behind here, catching IncaUna's front line completely off guard with a deep flank, sort of clearing them out there. On the west here, Fox's Panzer was just, in fact, only. Still hadn't upgraded the second squad, going up here, pushing up there. Snipers on the eastern side here have revealed themselves now, of course, as a tag team of death. Forcing Sturmpans to retreat. Lots of mines in the centre, by the way. Lots of mines. For Star, we are starting to get there towards the Panther 4 Model J. We are roughly a minute away there. Meanwhile, IncaUna has taken up, but it's first taking up. Now it's going to be a bit more than a minute away from a Panzer tank himself. Grenade off here. Ah, that didn't do much there. Grenade was a bit off for Star and the German army, doing some damage. Of course, the snipers able to quickly bleed out the assault here for Star. It's going to, I think, compel a retreat in the long run, because versus double sniper, you can't stick around for too long. Ground the western point here. Of course, worth noting, snipers did not operate like this in the war. This is sort of more like Call of Duty 360 no-scope stuff. Journey for snipers very much about staying hidden and not just running about out in the open, just popping shots off left and right. That was usually a very quick way to get yourself killed. Panzer there routed in the west, to be expected. Can go for the Panther 4 now. Ooh, white there. Yeah, bad luck there for sure. Should again try to get that sniper when he could have. So there you go. Panther 4 Model J on the way there for Star. It's going to, of course, need to properly support it, but could, you know, make some sort of raid there against IncaUna, possibly take out the sniper. A more silly tactic would be going for a bunch of cool wagons and again going for deep flank with them and then trying to kill the snipers with that. Another option could be considering trying to go for artillery, and that way hope to catch the snipers with, at least just soften up the front lines and then make a breakthrough with the tanks to kill the snipers. But getting rid of the snipers would definitely be helpful there for Star vs IncaUna. More smoke bombs off. Doing what the best that can be done until, you know, something can counter up. It's just prevent them from firing because they can't shoot through smoke. So, I mean, that's definitely one way of doing it. Although at that stage, you might just want to bring up light infantry guns to throw down smoke screens rather than spending munitions on it every time, because 40 munitions, that is kind of pricey. It's kind of pricey and a bit too expensive in the long run just to keep the snipers from firing at you. And again, you could just at some point hold up a light infantry gun and just keep smoking up there with its free barrels. But there you go, Panther 4 here for Star and the German army. So now moving through the centre, we got Fin 98 versus 146. Bounce for the west side here with infantry and the MG34. Panther 4 moving forwards. Eastern section there moving up, could threat the fuel point there quite easily. No further mines there. Snipers moving up, 6-pounder gun as well here. Panther rushing through the centre without checking for mines. Section moving to the one mine that was on the eastern side. Perseveres and pushes ahead despite the casualties. Moving up through here. Panther 4 falling back. Cromwell weather for IncaUna. We got another smoke bomb off here. This one around the sniper and the 6-pounder gun. I mean, consistent use of it. So, I mean, thumbs up there. MG34 being hauled up. need to move for the western fuel point. Also need to fix up the Panther 4. Took several hits from the 6-pounder gun from IncaUna. Sees an eastern victory point there. Need to move to deal with that actually pretty swiftly. Got a line from gun there. Again, I tell you, could be one way of trying to somehow deal with this somewhat. 20 kills and 6 kills. That's quite a few kills there for IncaUna so far. And there you go. Panzer will have to retreat now. Grab the western fuel point, cutting it off, losing the eastern one. Need to move troops to deal with that. And of course, going to need a bit more firepower, I think, to do that consistently. Still, Star here continue to play aggressively, trying to outmaneuver his opponent. Very good there. IncaUna, of course, remains slightly more slower there due to the snipers. Smoke bombs off again. Line's gun almost done. Hopefully, begin using that one instead of the constant smoke bombing. That's close one there. Might have been able to land a hit on the snipers, but the shot went off slightly there. In fact, might even had a chance to wipe both of them, which would have been huge for Star there, but fortune clearly favoured IncaUna there. Section almost right to the east, but gets away as well. Need to retreat those folks. Going to be a Schnell Panther 4 still. I feel like could do with some repairs. Sturm Pioneers need to be pulled back soon for some reinforcements and healing. Cromwing up here, flanking the Panther 4. Shot bounces off for frontal armour. Back here, we got the light infantry shots being held forwards there for Star and the 107th Panzer Brigade. As IncaUna and the 11th Armoured continues the assault against the German lines. Well, a very slow assault, but an assault nonetheless. Section back for reinforcement. No further signs going on in the base in terms of light armour. We got bolts at sections on the way. That's certainly not going to make things easy here for Star. Of course, you can always just look on the other side and say that presents more targets for his artillery and main guns and the tanks. But there you go. 6-pounder gun opening up, forces the Panther 4 to fall back. Luckily, the terrain absorbs quite a few hits. The Sturm Pioneers definitely need to retreat there. I think moving into an area that possibly snipes again within Genscher's 3 men is a rather ambitious move. Possibly he's just looking for mines, possibly just there, which is makes sense. Troop reinforcing soon, I imagine. Can soon go for another Panther 4. Got the light infantry which is firing away. Smoking this area could be an idea since it seems like IncaUna keeps moving the snipers around this area, so just smoking it could make it much harder for IncaUna to use the snipers. Probably should also start putting more pressure on the eastern points here, like the more map that Star can grab and deny IncaUna, of course, the more resource he gets and the less IncaUna gets. So that could also be a thing very good. In particular, he's been very passive about these 3 points. Definitely feel like a mistake there. Star committing to the second line for the gun, holding up artillery, is going to try and gain up an upper hand in the attritional warfare that way, I suppose. Certainly one way of doing it, though obviously not in some ways as lethal as the snipers. But obviously a bit safer, plus has smoke. So we'll have to see here how Star makes use of it. Plus, I mean, 2 line for guns could also lay down a significant smoke screen to push forwards under cover off. Subs up the punches here. Finally pushing eastwards, so goes sort of grabbing into the eastern points. Very good. Of course, got the sniper there. Of course, as always, causing a problem. Smoke bombs off, but probably should be using the light gun. Obviously, smoke bombs are faster, but you know, you want to be setting up munitions for other stuff like mines. So, you know, maybe an upgrade for the remaining Panzer of the squad. And the full's going to do is like, you know, always think a bit ahead there. Panzer will move through the smoke here. Engage the machine gun. Panzer therefore are pushed off. Still denying IncaUna even a bit of fuel they can long-term advantages. Meanwhile, IncaUna is probably should be time to think about, you know, bringing up more armor or taking up. Also, of course, we got Vanguard, so raid operation. Forward logistics ladder, of course, always something to keep in mind. Vehicle repair always handy. You got the Crocodile, of course, got the strafing support. Forward to give us the sections there. So we got double launching guns there. Where will they be barraging, if they'll be barraging at all? I hope he's not just going to use them only to auto-fire. I feel like that's a bit of a mistake there. You can end up committing as the Oberkommando West if you do go for them. But generally, when it comes to like most of these auto-fire weapons, the barrages are always more accurate and they fire faster. They're always generally better. So you don't want to be relying on their old, you know, fire too much. Moving them again. Pushing up the eastern side. Snipers creeping about there. Got another sub team on the way there for IncaUna. 5 kills in the Panzer 4. Looks like Star there stalling for the Tiger tank. Line guns being hauled away from the front line. Possibly a bit too exposed. Not a bad idea. Panzer 4 lands a great here in the section. Almost swaps it out there. Line guns firing. Still no barrages. Just auto fire. It's obviously not useless, but it's just, you know, generally you want to barrage with weapons like the line guns and mortars as much as possible. Since again, you just get more accuracy out of it. And you just, you know, shoot more of it and faster. Got 1 kill, the mine taken out. Obviously don't always have to do it, but generally you want to do it, since always again they're just going to take forever to get anywhere unless your opponent does something really dumb, I guess. and just parks an entire army of infantry right in a certain spot and just starts to get bombarded to death. But that's usually assuming, you know, your opponent's going to be helping you to win the fight, which is, you know, a bit of a strange thing to do. 9 Huns, Sir Tommies will not subject themselves to merciless killing if you ask them nicely. Oh, I don't know where you get all of these ideas, Heinz. I don't know where he gets them. Lance guns firing at the Cromwell, shot didn't quite land anywhere. Would be an easy bombard the area here, but you can see the old IncaUna's pulling it back from it. Tiger tank is very close, troops moving up the eastern side again. Starting to get a bit more passive here, possibly again the snipers they're causing, starting to be more cautious. They're going to feel like a properly executed aggressive push with artillery and infantry could possibly pull this off, plus a smoke screen in the right place. Penfold's the section east, Steel Pine taking it from the Cromwell. Tiger tank out there for Star and the German army. Sam's caught, they're laying down mines. Lots of mines there from IncaUna. Got land guns firing west in the general direction. Snipers murdering in the left flank to shoot the full gun of these. Looking at the west side, trying to flank to get the snipers. The snipers all retreated. Always nice idea there, I suppose, from Star. Moving out the eastern side here, pushing it for Germany. Got 18 versus 117. Need to put more pressure on the left side again to get the fuel out of IncaUna's hands once more. Mines that spotted. Kevin Evers targeting, advancing here. Got a push there from Star and Deutschland. Going for the car on there. Sappers retreating, Cromwell on the way there. Pushing ahead like Kevin for Tiger and Panzer IV. Glorious German assault. Kupfstahl and Porsche engines. Who can defeat them? Got the hammer tactics up there. Snipers could be killed there by the Tiger. Now focus is there. Oh, turret jam there for the sniper. Bit bold there by IncaUna. Paid off nicely. Snipers have got away. Close one there. Had, I think, Star been a bit faster there. Could have possibly taken out both snipers, or at least one of them, which would have been quite helpful. Still, despite the snipers, Star is hitting hard here on the British Army. Though his Tiger didn't get to do too much there. Panzer need to fall back. Panzer moving up. May want to try calling artillery on the anti-tank on there. There we go. Artillery called in. Line for guns not supporting. Panzer being forced back here. Tiger tank nasty hit there. 6-pounder gun getting it on time. Line for gun fall up. Could actually consider trying bombarding this area now, knowing that there should be a lot of British infantry around there. Could try bombarding the area, or at least sort of here. But anyways. Tiger tank moving up again. Snipers about to open up. Needs to be careful about the 6-pounder gun as well. Hasn't cleared it out yet. There we go, directly on the Tiger tank. Got the western victory point. Got the centre one. Should consider possibly laying down some mines for the Sturmpeon here. If they aren't too far ahead. Counter-attack here from IncaUna and the British Army. Grab the western fuel point again. Need to get out of line of fire the snipers and whatnot. And also get those line guns to a safer spot there, I think. Pretty risky play. They're about to lose the foot. Yeah. That was a not great move there by Star there. Got line guns getting killed there and some hits, but need to get them out of there. Panzer gaining 22. Nice work there by Star. Still, Alexander then didn't quite do enough damage there to IncaUna, or at least I suppose pushed them away. Another shot there, but didn't quite land it. Back here, troops reinforcing healing. And yeah, should have used those line for guns to bombard. I think at times they could have been quite helpful there versus IncaUna. Might have increased the chance of landing some hits and possibly some wipes. But Tiger and Panther will need to repair. So we'll need to go either for more Steel Pioneers, who's going to have to go for Mechanized Regiment to get repair Pioneers up, because otherwise repairing these two is simply going to take too long, I think, for Star here, giving IncaUna more time to recover. And we got a Firefly there on the way for IncaUna, a tank destroyer, though the British call that a self-propelled anti-tank gun. Fun fact. Just reinforcing healing. Got the line for guns being hauled forwards here by Star again. Back to control of both fuel points. Could consider another Panzer IV here. Would not be a bad idea, to be honest. Particularly with a properly executed assault, could overwhelm here IncaUna and deliver a killing blow. We'll have to see. I'll let IncaUna remains in the defense here versus Star. More sniper fire here, inflicting the west being bled out by the snipers. We've got 15 and 30, that's 45. Orbits on the way for Star and the German army. Panther good to go, Titan repair there. Sandbagging there by the western fuel point. Eastern side is still seeing very little action. Still allowing IncaUna an awful lot of resources. There we go. Flyer also known as the Sherman VC or Sherman IC, depending on the type of Sherman. And the tube rockets as well, plus the tank commander. Flares off there from Star. Thumbs up. Line for guns firing away there. Still not bombarding though. Still not barraging. Still just auto fire there. I'm a bit disappointed in the start for that one. Engaging the section, pushing it back. 18 kills in the Panther 4. Panzer's wing head here for Star. Nice hits in the section. 6 pounder gun opening up near the Panther 4, pushing it back. Troops are reinforcing. Can go for the Panther 4, scout the fuel there. Troops being almost wiped out. And just as they got upgraded, bit of a loss there for Star. Tight tank hanging about. Panther 4 moving up, shoots, misses. Sniper's going to blast away there, pushing back the Panther 4 as well. Line for guns just aren't doing much. Like, it's got 2 of them, but it just isn't actively using them, which really just undercuts the purpose in getting them. Meanwhile there, though, IncaUna also needs to, I think, try and switch up the approach. He just constantly, like, hoping to break from. He's going to push things down much more to luck or making mistakes rather than just, you know, actual active decision-making, which, you know, is always a bit more questionable stuff. There we go. Star's getting another kill on the orbital garden. Lining up there, more puzzles there for Star. Smoke bombs off again. Line for guns slightly advancing, but I'm guessing still not doing a lot with it. They go shooting through the hedges, pushing back the Cromwell. 300 points left. We got 300 versus 329. Very quiet here otherwise. Panther 4, they're halfway to 23. 33 kills there. And 17. That's a total of about 50 then. You favor the advancing sections, holding both down. I still feel like, I mean, if basically what Star needs to do is just throw down smoke screens around here and then push through the tanks and then following up, could probably easily negate the range of the Firefly and the anti-tank and push through there, maybe one of the snipers, either way, isolating a lot of elements here, push through, clear out the anti-tank gun, leaving the armor to their own, and then deal with that, and then of course there's snipers left, but without any armor support, the snipers be a lot more vulnerable to then the Panther 4 and the Tiger. So I feel like that should be the approach here for Star. The question of course is, does Star realize this? And certainly planning ahead with smoke screens, all that is usually not a skill you see a lot of. I think I'm the only one that really does that, but, well, obviously I'm not the only one, but, like, you know, offhand, I'm the only guy I can mention that does it. So it's certainly a slightly risk, and they're pushing it with the Tiger tank. Again, no smoke screen there, straight into the Firefly, takes needless damage, doesn't do a lot. At least the anti-tank wasn't there any longer. Oh, the opposite about to get wiped out there by... Oh, dodged the gun bomb there, close one. Still need to put in a bit more effort into their start. And again, the line for guns just aren't really achieving much at the moment. It's a bit of a shame. Anyways, moving up on the eastern side. Panther 4 strike neutral there to deal with the Tommies. Hits a mine down there by IncaUna previously. Nice work there. Crom being rushed in to deal with that. Close to 52. Firefly being fixed up as well there for IncaUna, the British Army. Shot fired there. Crom raising head. Empty for the final coming. Fired there. Directed on the Panther 4, but the Cromwell gets into gain. Section advantage having suppressed. Could try and call air support. Actually got a ton of munitions there, IncaUna. Really should consider like upgrading for regular grenades, weapon racks, laying down a ton of mines. Really a lot that the IncaUna can be doing. Might of course plan just calling a lot of strafing support, but even then, I feel like saving up that much munitions for it is a bit excessive. Folks coming up, they're going to Panther 4 to Cromwell. Titan can deal with entertaining. That's also exposed. There's an opportunity, I think, to start to push through and destroy IncaUna right now. IncaUna has, I think, danger flow extended here, but Star is very slow to win. The guy has support called in. Could take out the Crom positioning the anti-tank gun. There we go, anti-tank cleared out. Cromwell almost done. Air support flying down there. Firefly moving up. McKenna cannot try and deal with it. Cromwell down. Nice work there. Will Star try and push through here? Or will Star hold back? Well, not really a lot to push through at the moment, so I guess not. Again, the light infantry guns are speeding up quite a sizable amount of population, but just aren't quite carrying the weight. And right now, in fact, Star has No infantry left except one panzer squad and one Sturm pioneer squad. Definitely too little infantry, and again the artillery is too passively utilised here, so I do have to question the validity of going for double infantry guns in this case for Star. Not necessarily because it would be a bad idea in general, but the way Star is utilising them, you're just really wondering, do they really want them? Or do they understand how to use them? Because again, you just like having them to like hope to get a kill here and there, they're just too expensive. Anyways, Panzer IV, they're halfway done. Bringing up another Panzer would be pretty good. I mean, again, I feel like it's a good opportunity right now for Star to push through if Star had enough infantry. So far, Star does not. And again, the line of guns just aren't helping. So, right here, there's an issue there. I think in Star's force competition versus IncaUna. Whereas IncaUna still has plenty of infantry plus other stuff. So, while in theory, Star could make a push then break IncaUna, the current force competition is going to make it much harder. There we go. Actually use them for smoke screens. Good lord. Good lord. But on to grab the centre victory point. I feel like that's a little short in ambition, but at least Star's doing something with them, besides just moving about there and hoping they get the lucky hit in. Oh, that's two Panzer IVs and a Tiger. Tilly called in there on the point. Nice work there by IncaUna. Can do soon lay down another smoke screen, and then should probably call it around here and then push forwards. We'll have to see, of course, if that is what Star does, or just push ahead without a smoke screen. And again, very limited infantry support. Because again, just for smoke out, the air hit could prevent the anti-tank and the Firefly shooting into the tanks, going to allow them to get much closer. And so on there, so that could be a really good move there for Star. But we'll see, we'll see. 2 and 1 still. Not really doing a lot with them. We got 238 versus 329, combat almost done there for IncaUna and the British Army. Panther shoots, side chain right shoots, also gets a hit, but not really anything lethal. Panthers need to retreat. Second Panther moving up here. Emergency 2, close emergency 3. Panther on the west side need to go, of course, getting shot at by the Firefly through the hedges. Line guns blasting, but again, they're just not doing a lot there. Coming up for IncaUna in the British Army, and in the tank commander there, the Panzer Befehlshaber, no, I don't know. Panzer Commandant. Need to reinforce the Panzer as always, and still needs more. There you go, Oberst again attempted here. Commenting out there for IncaUna. We got mines down here, obviously in preparation for a breakthrough attempt there by Star, though so far against Star seems very passive, very timid, unsure what to do in there. Good work by the Firefly and the Tiger tank, good work there by IncaUna. Line of guns firing away there, hoping to land lucky hits, and so far just constantly whiffing, constantly missing. Need to fix up the Tiger and the Panzer IV. Snipers landing hits there. 21 and 36. Close to 60 kills the total on the snipers. Panther IV titanium on their own. Shoots, misses. Panther IV flanking. Other Panther need to go to there as well. They should not commit that little armor. Okay, there you go. Opening up the Orbison as well there. Almost got the Firefly. There you go. We got smoke bombs calling the anti-tank gun. Okay, looking better, looking better. Using the smoke to separate the different elements of IncaUna's force, then pushing ahead there. Nice, nice. Infantry following up there. Good work, good work. Then we got air support called in return by IncaUna to break it up. There you go. Panther Crucifier hits a mine. Gonna go down in particular with the anti-tank Firefly there. Bit unfortunate there. Still made the push, but there you go. Full retreat. Should activate the anti-aircraft mode on the Shroud Panther quarters to have to deal with this, and it's going to still shoot down some of the aircraft. Need to pull back here. Shot bounces off the Comet's arm from the Tiger tank. Panzer IV virtually free. Needs it all repaired. Line for gun being hold forward. I guess there's a misclick there, or something went wrong there for Star. All the way needs to be hauled back before it goes further wrong. Because right now they're going to do basically bugger all. Tiger tank up. Panzer IV as well there. Almost got the Comet there. Close one. Oh dear, missed. In the aircraft, almost take out there. Star's Panzer IV there. That would have been a shame if he did. Oh, great for IncaUna, depending on your perspective, obviously. British infantry up the head, backed up with the snipers. We got 21 still and 36. For a total of 57 kills in those two. Round guns being hauled back once more. Left side and right side is just seeing very limited action. He's got more armor. Opposite goals need to fix up the tanks. Then there you go. Actually activated fine, but this one's almost too late. At least gets one of the aircraft, but obviously could have gotten that sooner. Of commission. Snipers opening up there. Again, take advantage of the retreat. They just pull ahead with the snipers. Bit ballsy there by IncaUna. In fact, close hitting on mine, but you know, because again, Star just doesn't lay down a lot of mines. There's no real punishment. A good mine there probably could have taken at least one of the snipers, possibly. So yeah, missed opportunity, I would say, there by Star again. Quick goodbye to landing there, and close there, but not quite. Needs to shoot the opposite side. Now we got the snipers. They're still hot on the heels. Land guns continue to hammer away there. Finally barraging with them, but sadly, slightly awkward timing there of it. Panzer almost good to go there for start. Once more in the German army. We got 38 and 24. 62 kills. Now the Panther 4 there for start. No, cancels it. Might be planning a Panther here. Not really much else you can go for. Since you've got to get a command tag, you can't go for the King Tiger. And the Yak Panzer feel like a bit of a stretch. I mean, I guess could go for the Yak Panzer, but it's probably not what I'd go for here. Panther moving westwards. Is he going to finally hit into the west again? He's going to try and outmaneuver IncaUna once more. 2 kills there. Sit up. Of course, 32. Done a lot of damage. Snipers hanging back once more. 39 and 24. Panther on the way there for start. Die Panzerkampfwagen 5. 200 versus 329. Flares off again. Panther versus the A Comet. Close to the Veteran 4, then the Panther 4. Comet shoots, misses. Another hit, they're gaining Veteran 4. Very good increase to the accuracy overall. Plus line of sight. Mines going off again. Line of guns blasting away there. Finally starting to use them more actually in barraging, but really should have been doing this much sooner and earlier. Obviously, it's never too late to start using it, but I definitely feel like he's been losing out on a lot of opportunity to do some serious damage to IncaUna by, you know, not using it so soon. Again, just effective in wasting resources. I probably could have done more with the manpower in other ways. Truth be told. Oh wait, can't go for the Panther now. Got some troops reinforced and he's now stuck here. Could hope to lose another unit again in the Panther, but honestly just cancelling and going for a Panther 4 now might be the more salient choice there for starting just getting out more tanks now and pushing hard at IncaUna. Line of guns just continue to blast away now. He's not really hitting a lot, unfortunately, for Star, but of course great for IncaUna that Star's not very accurate artilleryman so far. Firefly sneaks in a hit there. Good work. 3 kills, an improvement I suppose, but still, I mean, for all the time they've been, they've only done 5 kills. Meanwhile, the 2 snipers have done significantly more. And I think the snipers, yeah, okay, they do cost more, but still, there's a significant gap in just the efficiency of the 2. At the moment, this Comet gets good in the opposite garden. Bit of regular auto fire there. Shots landing from the Firefly being basically bugger all. Panther shoots the Comet, bounces off. Panther still waiting there to get out, and for him to just lose sufficient troops like to get it out. Problem is, not really pushing any of his infantry into the line of fire, so he actually doesn't get there. Like, that's the funny thing. Like, he probably just needs to lose like an infantryman here. And he probably could just get it out, but for some reason he's just pushing it with his tanks far ahead, so that doesn't happen. Okay, some hits down the machine gun by the looks of it. Need to get the Panther out of there. There you go, almost got the machine gun crew, but not quite. But Kevin Blanchard and the Firefly, good work, getting him to 3. Three kills on each of the line for guns back here, troops reinforcing, healing. Panther 4 being repaired out. Tiger tank getting into 2, pushing out on their own, killing some sappers, taking a hit there from the Firefly. Another shot there. Does some damage. There you go. 2 rockets, intense down in the Tiger tank. Good risk losing. Got smoke bombs in here. Air support corner as well here by IncaUna. Need to activate the attack from over there. So it's going to be too late. It's too late. Tiger tank is falling back with insufficient support to do so. The Tiger tank's going to down, meaning the Panther will arrive. It's going to be at the cost of the Tiger tank. So it's going off there like Kevin there for clearing out one of the light infantry guns. I was trying to take out the Tiger tank, and the Tiger tank goes down. Panther 4 there, clutch 25. Significant damage there. Case was circling in like Ken caught the line for guns. All and also there too close. Heavy losses there. 2 star IncaUna's infantry pushing forward. Having out exploited. Mistake there by Star to really just push through. Good work there by IncaUna. 2 thumbs up. Sturm Pioneer is being routed. Severe blows there. Panther 4 need to meet your repairs. Panther not doing anything there for Star either at the moment. Not good, not good. Got 2 ready to go for a Tiger soon. Line for guns being destroyed there. Obviously just never really being worth their cost, I think. Like, that was just a big waste of manpower and population for Star. Again, had it not been there, we'll get another Panther to support the Tiger tank and the infantry, in which case, again, Star would in a much better position. So, always keep those things in mind. Why are you going for unit? And I actually intending to use it as just like you're hoping it does something for you, but, you know, it likely isn't because you just do nothing with it. Panther pushing ahead here, getting stunned up though. I think the 2 regulars there might still get the Firefly, but could come at the cost of the Panther, which of course is going to be a significant blow there to Star. Yeah, that's not going to be worth the trade either. Can go for a Tiger soon, but still not good there for Star. Might have been tilted here. And now we got a Crocodile out for IncaUna, the British Army. IncaUna all of a sudden, you know, having a bit of a 50-50 situation for some time. It's now very much ascendant. Got a full force here. Star meanwhile's forces are battered, bruised, and beaten. Called in a Tiger tank here. But now IncaUna very much sits with a significant upper hand. We got 27 and 40 kills there, so that's 67 kills now. Well, not far off, I think, from 70 actually. Quite a bit of killing there from the snipers. They've been an amazing investment here for IncaUna, partly because Sashi has struggled to counter them, but probably hasn't really done much of them. Basically just played around them, ignored them. Which is probably easy to do as the overcome under West Coast of the Vanguard. That's really hard since pretty much all of your infantry is just 4-man squads, so it's very difficult to like ignore them there. Obviously, there you could maybe just spam 2-2s and rushed after it. Although Crocodile setting out, then we got Milestone again here from IncaUna, very good. He's sat there, troops are moving through minefields and machine gun fire there, hold it up. Tiger tank good to go, Panther 4 good to go again, very, very close to the ace level there. Which by actually fire allows it to shoot more accurately on the move, which is actually quite handy. Company command post. Panther 4 there, very, very, very close to 25. Very quiet here. I mean, pretty much IncaUna just needs, like, you know, start to commit another mistake. He probably has got this. Meanwhile, IncaUna is in no rush to, like, do anything. He's pretty much winning the game very effectively. He's got most of the victory points. He's got a large force. He could, of course, be wise and try and push and destroy his opponent. I mean, that's certainly something to it. But at the same time, it's not like any big major stress to do it. And so far, Star has proven himself to be quite willing to assist IncaUna in winning by, you know, making mistakes. Go Titan straight ahead into the snipers, comets, and whatnot, taking a lot of damage. Panther 4 flanks, but not even really do much against the thick armored heart of the Crocodile. Comet there, gaining virtually thin the ace, little Kevin getting hit there with a white phosphorus shell. Tiger tank there, damage. Putting off force on this, infantry up here as well. Not much happening on the flanks there of Star's assault, which of course makes it easy for IncaUna to just focus everything on the centre. Crocodile up to deal with infantry. Tiger tank trying to hit with the Comet's frontal armour. Shot bounces. Mine goes off though. Panther 4 hits another mine though. This is really bad for Star and the German army. The assault is definitely completely stalled out. I need to retreat the Panthers before they get wiped by either the fire or the snipers or whatnot. Panther 4's about to go down. We got the Comet push back. Kevin putting on a mine as well. Oh, scheiße. Shot bounces or misses. The Kevin down to half health. The Kevin needs to retreat. Fire engulfing, which calls it off the mine. Yeah, that's going to happen. Panther 4 down. Mine's about to go off. Kill the Kevin effort. Oh, didn't happen. That was right. Lucky for Star there. They're obviously down to just a Tiger tank now. There's an opponent with, well, quite a bit of armor, including the ace Comet. Of course, a lot of infantry, and still there's 2 damnable snipers. So right now, Star's situation is very bad. Not sure whether the opposite went assisting now. He's trying to. But definitely should not try to attack head on. Should have flanked, should have maneuvered and use smoke to, like, you know, help minimize incoming fire from IncaUna. Snipers just murdering away there. 42 and 29. We are now at 70 plus kills there. And there you go. Machine gun white before getting retreat. So yeah, pretty bad situation there for Star now. At this point, it's very difficult for Star to really make an impact on IncaUna unless IncaUna makes like a big mistake. Grenade off there as well. And with that, the Tiger tank is down. Good work there. Nice aggressive push there by IncaUna and the Comets. Now over there is pulling ahead. Grenade off there. Obviously doesn't do a lot of damage. Sniper's taking 18 hit, but the sniper. And then what actually kills the sniper is the Schwerer Panzer headquarters. Because IncaUna got a bit too confident. But even then, at this point, I don't think it's going to make a major impact there on IncaUna, to be honest. See, 70 out of 155. That's almost half all the kills in this match have been from these two snipers. Not moving further westwards there. So we got 79 versus 3 and 29. Star still believes in victory. The question is, victory with what? There's a bit of infantry and machine gun, like Kedner for left versus opponent against there with plenty of infantry, a sniper, 2 tanks of the heavier kind, and other stuff there. And Star is just starting to get anywhere. Plus, it's rapidly taking out there in terms of victory points. Down to 74 versus 3 and 29. And that taking out is going to be even faster now that the Eastern victory point remaining under control is going to be grabbed. They've got the Shrap Hunter quarters, at least providing some countering fire there with its 30 mil flak. Machine gun there far east here, ambushing the sex by the Eastern fuel point. There you go, unsuppressed, and then the Shrap Hunter quarters can't see them and then deal with them. Guessing it's a Panther here. Yep, another Panzer Kampfwagen 5 there for Star here versus IncaUna. Come rushing east was there, 9 kills, going to flash out the Jerry's there. Racing ahead there through the terrain. Popping a grenade there through the hatch. Pop 2 in fact. Just to make sure. Since of course you got the manual grenade throw. And you got the automatic grenade throw. Note by the way, this is not something unique to British tank crews. Most tank crews will have grenades for them to chuck out at enemy crews, including the German ones. So little fun fact there. Bob's on moving up, close to Victory 2. Panzer was attacking from the south. Panther almost down there for Star and the German army. Sniper still with 42 kills. Strips reinforcing otherwise. Panther right about down. We're down to 21 versus 3 and 29. 18. And 15. Gotta be a bit slower now, but still this is, I think, very much IncaUna's fight. Splitting a lot of resources because, well, can't really build anything. Well, could actually build some tanks, I guess, but I don't think it's going to be relevant anyways. It's like the match is about to end before any tanks arrive. 13 kills to the Comet. It's been a great investment. Got another set of smoke bombs here from Star. At least consistent usage of that ability. In fact, it's almost got a full bingo, except for no use of the infantry jump gewehr. But also there. Active-mounted damage in the Comet. Now Kevin panthering ahead here. We got air support going to try and disrupt the German assault here. We got 2 points left, and with that, that is going to be GG. GG. There we go. Game over. Game over. A loss here for Star, victory for IncaUna. Close at times, but ultimately, I feel like the issue with Star here at times was just failed to like really just push when they had the advantage, but also just the Sulanfing guns were just a significant like they just really didn't do a lot. It was a waste of manpower. They can use much more effectively more infantry, more pressure, and that way just probably killed IncaUna. At times also just could have flanked more instead of attacking through the centres. There was the issue there with Star's the fight when on which just Star became less and less good. Was going to have a good early game, just fell apart with the mid game, allowing IncaUna to just punish mistakes and so slowly get back. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell a friend, tell a family, but don't tell enemies. This is Imperial Links and cheers. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you all tomorrow again for another exciting episode. Cheers.